Hello learner, today's topic is regression model. I will initiate this topic with very basic simple linear model where I have only one x variable and one y variable. If I discuss what is x variable and y variable, so x variable is independent variable and y variable is dependent variable. If change in x variable leads to change in y variable, then y variable is a dependent variable. Let's understand by a small caselet where my friend Bolu has a dairy at Gondal. He tried to invest some amount in advertisement, digital marketing, where he tries to give advertisement in WhatsApp groups, Snapchat, and all that other promotions. He noticed that sales is fluctuated and he believed that his expense is a main driver for increase in sales. So now here he has a 12 months sales, 12 months advertisement expense, and he want to predict that if he spends 5000 rupees, what would be the sales. Similarly, he has other viewpoint that if he spends 1000 rupees, what would be the sales. So now let's load this data in SPSS. So here we will just follow the same procedure. We will click on open. We will change the files to Excel. We will just click regression. We will see this preview and hit OK. You can see my data is loaded. Here this both I don't require because I want to find it. So I will clear it. So you can see my advertisement expense and my sales. These both are a numerical value. Now first step is visual inspection. So I will plot a scatter plot. So I will go to graph. I will click on legacy dialog. I will click on scatter plot. I will just click simple scatter. I will just enter y variable as sales and x variable as advertisement expense, because change in advertisement expense would lead to change in sales. So that's why our x variable is advertisement expense and y variable is sales. I will just hit OK and I will check the data. So you can see here it shows upward trend. Now here I will run a regression model. So I will go to analyze. I will click to regression. I will click to linear regression. Here again dependent variable is sales, independent variable is advertisement expense. I will click statistics. I will click on descriptives. I will click on plots. I will click on produce all plots. Rest all the things I will keep as it is. I will click OK. Now see descriptive statistics. As we have 12 data points because the data of 1 year or 12 month. So this is my basic descriptive statistics where I have mean of sales and advertisement expense, standard deviation of sales and advertisement expense. I have correlation metrics where sales and advertisement expense are perfect, you can say strong positive correlated because it is 0.822. Then we have this table where which variable is entered. So yes, my x variable is advertisement expense that has been discussed. And this is most important table where my correlation is 0.822. My R square value is 0.676. I want to explain what is R square. So R square is explained variance. So in simple terms, I can say that 67.6% change was leaded due to change in x variable. Moving towards a more important point, this coefficient. So this table gives me this beta 0 and beta 1. I will always call alpha and beta. So here this variable is alpha 1098.989.106. So I will just copy this in my Excel. 10989. And what is my beta value? That is 13.344. So here my beta value is 13.344. 0.10. So now I want to explain what is alpha and beta. So yes, in simple terms, alpha is my initiator of regression line. I always give example of गणेश भगवान. एनी लाइक हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना, कहीं पे स्थापना करनी हो तो गणेश भगवान होते हैं. तो रिग्रेशन लाइन में alpha is a kind of Ganesh Bhagwan where the initial point begins. So if I just want to make a equation that alpha plus beta into x variable. So like for example, if your value of x is 0, then whatever the value of alpha, it would be there. Now comes beta variable. What is beta? Beta is known as a slope. Alpha is known as intercept. But let's talk about beta. Beta means what? Change in one variable or one unit of x would lead to beta change in y. Okay, suppose if I just spend 1 rupee on advertisement, it would change my y by 13.344. So here the question was, if Bolu is trying to spend 5,000 rupees, what would be the prediction of the amount? So I will just change to 5,000. You can see here, Bolu will have 77,709 rupees sell. So this way we need to find. Similarly, if Bolu is spending 1,000, what is the output? So it is 24,233. So this is my linear model and this is my equation which helps me to predict the values. Now two important things that we need to see. So let's see the output. So as I always say, this is my alpha, this is my beta. But whether this variable x is significant or not, so that can be known by this significant value or p value. So you need to see the p value of the advertisement expense or x variable. So here the p value is less than 0.05. So here I am just framing the null hypothesis of my variable x. So my null hypothesis states that x variable is insignificant. If I want to make very simple, x variable is not contributing y variable. And alternate is x variable is significant contributor. So here my p value is less than 0.05. So very basic thumb of rule, if p value is less than 0.05, we reject the null hypothesis. We reject the null hypothesis that states that yes, x variable is significant or y variable is influenced by x variable. So this is the first important thing. Moving towards the F test. Why F test is used? If you have multiple variable, then all the variables jointly influence y or not, and specifically it is used for model. But if you are running only one variable regression model, you can see both would have same, T and F would have same answer. So yes, we can make a hypothesis for F also. A model is not fit and model is fit. If I want to make a very generic version of it, so all variables jointly affect y, do not affect y, and here I will write all variables jointly affect y. So you can say significant contributor. So here again my value is less than 0.05. So I reject my null hypothesis and I state that yes, model is fit. More important, you can see other residual statistics and all other things. But yes, the three important things that a regression model should have, I have taught. The first thing was your R square. So it summarized that yes, 67.6% it is explained variance, that states that yes, change in X would lead to change in Y. Moving towards the second point, the coefficient beta 0 and beta 1, or you can say alpha and beta. So you can see the value here, and more important, you need to check the x variable's significant value or p value of x variable. So here our x variable was advertisement expense and the p value is less than 0.05. So we reject the null and we state that yes, it is a significant contributor to y. Similarly, if you have multiple variable, you need to check this ANOVA, and here if the p-value is less than 0.05, we reject the null hypothesis and we state that yes, all variables jointly influence y, and that's why model is fit. And there we can see the residual statistics also, where we can see standard deviation and all other things. So this way we can interpret our regression model. Thank you.